The lantern room was quiet, except for the waves crashing against Widow's Weep. Ilara held the silver locket Thomas had dropped. It felt heavy, full of sorrow that had lasted centuries. "You can't stay trapped here forever," Ilara said softly. "There has to be a way to bring the light back." Thomas didn't move at first, his hollow eyes staring past her. Finally, he spoke, his voice shaking. "I've waited for someone who could finish what I could not. All my life, I've been tied to this tower and that night. And now, you are here." Ilara's hands gripped the railing. "Tell me what I need to do. I can't let this end like this." Thomas turned slowly. "The gears are frozen, rusted shut for decades. The lens, it can't shine unless someone unafraid of what's been lost awakens it. It's more than metal and glass. It holds memory, grief, hope." Ilara nodded, determination hardening inside her. "I'll do it. I'll make it shine again. I'll bring it back." Ilara moved to the lantern, her hands shaking. The glass was dirty, cracked in spots, and the brass gears were stiff with rust. She touched the cold metal, feeling its weight and resistance. "Start with the gears," Thomas whispered, his voice barely audible over the wind. "Make them turn. Slowly." The long repair. Ilara did not fix the light that night, or the next. The decay was too deep. She returned the following evening with a heavy pack of wire brushes, jugs of vinegar, and thick lubricating grease. For the first 2 weeks, she did nothing but fight the rust. Every night, she knelt in the dust, scrubbing the iron teeth of the great gears until her knuckles bled and her back screamed in protest. Thomas watched her from the shadows. At first, he was silent, a flickering blue presence. But as the days turned into weeks, he began to speak more. He told her about the rhythm of the tides, the names of the stars that used to guide the ships, and the way the lighthouse used to hum when the lamp was hot. He spoke of his life before the tragedy. A man who loved the solitude of the sea, but lived for the letters Sarah sent him. "I used to think the light was just fire and glass," Thomas remarked one night, his voice sounding more solid as Ilara worked. "But it was a promise. Every flash was me telling her, 'I am here. I am waiting.'" By the 3rd week, the village had noticed. They saw the flickering of Ilara's flashlight in the high windows. They heard the rhythmic clink, clink, clink of her hammer against the frozen iron. They called her the Girl of the Weep, whispering that she had been bewitched by the tower. Ilara didn't care. The outside world had faded. She grew thin and pale, her clothes permanently stained with orange rust and black oil. She felt a strange kinship with the machine. She was no longer just a visitor. She was becoming the keeper Thomas could no longer be. On the final night of the month, the air grew heavy. A storm was brewing on the horizon, the clouds bruising to a dark purple. "The gears," Thomas said, his voice urgent. "They are ready. They must turn tonight, Ilara. The sea is hungry again." Ilara grabbed the iron crank. She felt the month of work, the scrubbing, the oiling, the talking, culminate in this single moment. "Together," she whispered. She threw her weight against the handle. For a second, the metal resisted. Then, with a groan that sounded like a giant waking up, the gears gave way. The rust snapped. The primary wheel began to rotate, a slow, majestic movement that sent a vibration through the very floorboards. Clink-chunk, clink-chunk. The heartbeat of the Blackwood Lighthouse had returned.